He just, yeah.
All right,
Terminal.
court is calling 2025 CR 0000532 State versus Leroy Villarreal. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state? Defense,
Attorney Bill Simmons for defense.
and are you Mr.
Yes, ma'am.
Villarreal? Counsel, have you received all discovery? Did you review it with your client?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Villarreal, did you review the application for deferred adjudication with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, sir.
And did you sign it?
Yes, sir.
Did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, sir.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
Yes, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
Yes.
Probation, this is an application for deferred adjudication. Mr. Villarreal, did you review admonishments with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, sir.
Did you understand you're charged with possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 2, 1 to 4 grams? That's a third-degree felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to $10,000 fine. If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will be against you, and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes.
You need to speak up.
Yes, sir.
Did you understand if the court were to grant your application for deferred adjudication, if for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could find you guilty and sentence you up to 10 years in prison and up to $10,000 fine?
Yes, sir.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
In my opinion, he does, Your Honor.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
In my opinion, he is and was, Your Honor.
Mr. Villarreal, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No,
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
no,
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
yes,
Are you a U.S. citizen?
yes, sir.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, sir.
According to the plea, there's an $800 fine and the state recommends deferred adjudication. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, sir.
Defense is at the plea.
Yes, Your Honor, we would be asking the court to consider probating a portion of the fine.
State is at the plea. Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in both places?
Yes, sir.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, sir.
Counsel, have there been any such motions?
No, Your Honor.
Outside the agreement, the state is requesting that your deferred adjudication be for a term of 2 years. There be a TAP evaluation, community service hours, no contact with the co-defendants, no possession of any firearms, and the MRT course. Did you understand those were recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
Yes, sir.
Then to the offense as charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest? State any evidence.
No objection.
All right, state, you may be excused. Did you review the waivers with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, sir.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state will call and the right to remain silent?
Yes, sir.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there will be no live testimony? Did you understand?
Yes.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments, and the court will review the same. All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court will defer finding of guilt as you apply for deferred adjudication. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
We would just ask the court to follow the plea agreement, Your Honor. He's made it clear to me that he is no longer in any association with the gentleman he was in the car with, and so we look forward to him being successful on his probation.
All right, how old are you?
19,
And how far did you go in school?
11th grade.
Why?
I decided to work.
I'm sorry, what?
I decided to work.
So what do you do?
Construction, farming top.
So you left high school to go and work?
It was what's best for me at that time.
All right, and if you drug tested today, what are the results going to be?
Marijuana
Or what else?
was about
When's the last time you used marijuana?
a month ago.
Do you have any children?
Mm.
All right, and what's your relationship to these other people in the vehicle?
They were
So why are you driving around with drugs in the car?
kind of going for
No, I mean, if I ask them who the wrong crowd is, it's you. And obviously, have you been around them since this offense? So you're still using marijuana, so you are the wrong crowd. Because if you were not, you would have came to court and you would have been clean. You understand? So who do you live with? And where are you using marijuana? At their house?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, why are you using marijuana at your parents' house? Obviously, they should know about this. Do they smell it?
No,
All right, if you're doing construction, you shouldn't be doing marijuana. I don't care what other people are doing at the construction site, but I'm sure other people would like their homes built by someone who isn't high,
Yes, ma'am.
or their buildings. That's how accidents occur. That's how people get the concrete mixed incorrectly, and you end up with all those cracks because somebody's doing it when they're high. All right, there's going to be no contact with four years deferred education, regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular random UAs, 120 sober meetings in 120 days, proof of employment within 30 days, no employment as a home health care provider or with minors, TAP evaluation out of custody, and probation. We'll start him with intensive outpatient treatment if they recommend inpatient treatment. There should be field visits one time per month until further notice. There's going to be 200 hours of community service restitution. I'll waive those 200 hours if he is in some type of trade school and receives certification, or if he obtains his GED. No possession of firearms. You're not allowed to possess firearms while you're on probation. They say they want the MRT for you. Do you know the difference between right and wrong?
Yes, ma'am.
Then why don't you do right instead of doing wrong? Getting in the vehicle with guys who are using marijuana and have drugs is wrong. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Driving around high is wrong because you can cause an accident. Having guns in a vehicle driving around the city while you're high is wrong. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Does he need any more MRT than that? All right. You better start choosing right instead of wrong, because you're looking at 10 years in the prison. And if you all could test him for levels with the drugs, if your levels go up, they're going to file a motion to revoke. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And stop smoking in your parents' house. How old are your parents?
50.
All right. So you're just sitting around at their house getting high. That's going to stop. You understand? Be sure when probation goes to his house to search, and if there's marijuana in there, file a motion to revoke. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we can go off the record. In this court, communication is key to be successful. If there's an issue, let your probation officer know about it. If you feel they're not addressing it, you can always come back to the court. You understand?
Yes.
And stop using marijuana. It fries your brain cells regardless of what anybody says, or unless you're using something else. And you seem very high today, but you're able to understand everything.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good luck to you.
Your Honor,
Yes.
he currently resides in Eagle Pass, Judge, so I've explained to him that if the court allows a courtesy supervision to take place in Eagle Pass, that he still needs to report here until that happens. We also would like to just confirm for him that the court would possibly entertain a possible motion for early termination. My understanding is the state is not opposed.
Well, with regards to early termination, it's going to depend on him. Are you still going to be smoking marijuana in your parents' home or anywhere?
No, Your Honor.
Then, I will consider it.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, in probation, we'll add a transfer to Eagle Pass, and I understand that you all can't do the field visits if it's an Eagle Pass, but if you could see if Eagle Pass probation could do that and let them know what the court's concerns are about him using marijuana at his parents' house. And I thought your parents were not as young as they are. They should know what marijuana smells like. Don't disrespect their home. And do not have any children right now because you're not ready. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good luck to you.
Thank you, Judge. No big excuse, Your Honor.
He's gonna need to remain for
Yeah,
probation.
sorry.
Yes, you may. All right, we have a problem. You know what that problem is? All right, so
Gotta hear it.
we're not on the record. This is your first violation. You can't drink alcohol. You're not allowed to drink alcohol while you're on bond. If you do, what's going to end up happening is, if there's a second violation report, I will keep an open mind, but maybe you need inpatient treatment. Do you feel you need inpatient treatment?
No, Your Honor.
Then why are you drinking?
It was a mistake, but
No, it's not a mistake. It's a choice because you had to open the bottle. If it's a beer, you had to unscrew it. If it's one of those caps that you need what do you call it? A bottle opener. You had to go get the bottle opener. And if it wasn't, you had to get a glass if it was something that you were drinking out of a glass. So these are choices you made every step of the way. And people come before me, they wear crosses, but if you're going to wear a cross, then follow the path. You understand?
Yeah.
So what's going on with you?
I'm just working. Working a lot.
Well, I mean, working and drinking. So why are you drinking
I'm not drinking, Your Honor.
according to this? So why? What's going on? What is
Oh,
causing
what
you
happened?
to pick up and
It
drink?
was my first time using the mouthwash, and I guess it was like in the past I've had it before, and I've never had that issue.
Why do people always come to me with mouthwash? Like I drank some mouthwash. Was it Dr. Tishner's? Because I mean that I would understand because I think that's like 100% or at least 99.9% alcohol. So what mouthwash were you using?
But you quit Walmart brand, blue, very. It won't happen again, Your Honor.
State, what do you want to do with this first violation? All right.
There's, I've talked to him about that. He is willing to do that. He's actually starting to go to Club 12 as well to show the court he is addressing his problems. My client works 10, 12 hours a day at the bone.
Don't drink autographs.
Okay.
And so he is a key member over there. He is working a lot. I think if he takes the alcohol awareness program, I think, and I've talked to him and say, look, you can't put anything that has alcohol in your mouth. You can't do it. I don't care if it's mouthwash. I don't care if it's salad dressing. I don't care what it is. If it has alcohol in it, you can't put it in your mouth because this is what's going to happen. So I think this will be the last time that we're going to have this issue.
All right. And where are we on discovery?
Judge, we got a standard discovery form that I think we filled out last time that we were here. We're just waiting for that all to get put into the system.
All right. March 24th. Thank you. All right. This is what the court is, and state, you may be excused. This is what the court is going to do. The court is going to continue with ignition interlock. You had better start reading labels because you're not allowed to put anything in your mouth that has alcohol content. You understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
And I'm going to order 90 sober meetings in 90 days. I'm not going to do the alcohol awareness course.
Okay, Judge. Let's start.
And the reason why I'm doing that, I know that with the alcohol awareness course, there are certain times that's only available at a specific time, and your attorney is telling me that you work a lot of hours.
I do.
So with the sober support meetings, they're around 24/7. But you're going to need to do those daily. You understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Is there anything else?
No, further, Judge.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're
Thank you.
excused.